Welcome all of you. In this lecture, we will learn what is a differential relay and then working of current differential relay and voltage differential relay. What is differential relay? This is a relay which operates when phasor difference of two similar quantities exceeds a predetermined value is called as differential relay. These electrical quantities may be current or voltage. Based on that, there are current differential relay and voltage differential relay. A simple overcurrent relay can be used as a differential relay. Means overcurrent relay can be connected such that a differential current can pass through the relay operating coil. Then it will act as a differential relay. The differential protection schemes using differential relay are widely used for the protection of alternator, transformer, motors, bus bar and feeders. Now we will see current differential relay. See this diagram? This is the equipment to be protected. On either side of this equipment, CTs are placed. CTs are connected on both sides of the equipment to be protected. Now the secondaries of CTs, secondary of CT1 and CT2, both are connected using the pilot wires. These red ones are the pilot wires, but they are connected such that the direction of current in the pilot wires is same. Means if you observe these pilots, then see the current small I1 due to CT1 secondary, the direction of small I1 and direction of small I2 due to CT2 both are same in the pilot wires. How this is obtained? By connecting dot terminals of CT1 to undot terminal of CT2. That is, they are connected in series addition. They are connected in series addition polarity. See, the current capital I1 flows into the dot, therefore in secondary it should leave the dot so that the main flux remains constant in the current transformer. Then an overcurrent relay is connected across the pilot wires at equipotential points. This overcurrent relay is connected at equipotential point across the pilot wire. Now how this relay will operate? How this relay will operate? Under normal operating conditions or external fault conditions. Under normal operating condition or external fault condition, what happens? See, for normal conditions, the current entering this equipment is equal to current leaving the equipment. That is, capital I1 is equal to capital I2 for normal condition or any external fault condition. External fault means the fault which is outside the zone of protection. This fault, external fault, is outside the zone of protection. Therefore, current capital I1 is equal to capital I2. Therefore, the secondary current of CT1 and secondary current of CT2, that is small I1 and small I2, both are equal. Both are equal, and hence if you observe the current flowing through overcurrent relay, it is just a difference of small I1 and small I2. See, small I1 is flowing in this direction and small I2 is flowing in this direction. That is a differential current flows, that is difference of small I1 and small I2 flows in relay coil, and at small I1 and small I2 are same for normal condition as well as external fault condition. Therefore, no current flows through the relay coil and relay will not operate. But for fault inside the equipment, CT1 and CT2 currents are different, and hence small I1 and small I2 current are different. Therefore, a differential current flows in the relay coil, hence the relay will operate and close the trip contact. See, If the fault happens inside the equipment, then the current starts flowing from the winding to the ground or winding to the another phase of the equipment. So what happens, this I1 current and I2 current are not equal. Therefore current entering the CT1 and current entering the CT2 are different. That's why CT1 secondary current and CT2 secondary current, small I1 and small I2, are not same, and hence a differential current flows through this relay coil. If this differential current is greater than the predetermined, that is relay setting, if it is greater than the relay current setting, then this relay will operate. That is, here the relay is operating based on the differential current flowing in the relay coil. Under normal conditions or external fault conditions, the differential current flowing through the relay operating coil is 0, that is I1 difference I2 is 0. But for internal faults that lies in between the two CTs, in between the zone of two CTs, is called as internal fault. So for internal fault, there is always difference of current flowing through the overcurrent relay coil, because this capital I1 and capital I2 are different. The value of capital I2 depends on the nature of fault, whether it is ground fault or face to face fault, or whether it is a double fed system, means if there is source on right hand side, it depends on these conditions. Therefore this relay operates on a differential current flowing through the relay operating coil. That's why it is called as current differential relay. Now we will see the voltage differential relay. Voltage differential relay. This is the equipment to be protected. Again, on both sides of this equipment, CTs are placed. This is CT1, this is CT2. Now here the CT1 secondary and CT2 secondary are connected in series opposition. See here, this dot terminal is connected to the dot terminal through the pilot wire, and this undot terminal is connected to undot terminal through pilot wire, and a overcurrent relay is connected in series with this pilot wire. What happens due to this series opposition connection of both CTs? The current in pilot wires are in different directions. That is, I1 current flows from right to left and I2 current flows from left to right in the pilot wires. That is, always a differential current flows through this relay operating coil, but this differential current is due to the difference of EMF induced in the secondary of CT1 and EMF induced in the secondary of CT2. That therefore in pilot wires I1 minus I2 current flows, small I1 minus I2 current flows, and overcurrent relay is connected in series with the pilot wires. Under normal conditions or external fault conditions, both E1 and E2, that is induced EMF in the secondary windings of both CTs, are same. Why same? Because if the fault occurs externally, any fault outside the zone of protection, both capital I1 and capital I2 currents are same. As capital I1 and capital I2 currents are same, the EMF induced in the secondary winding also proportional to I1 and I2, therefore E1 and E2 are same, and hence I1 difference I2 current is 0 for normal or external fault condition. But for internal fault, capital I1 and capital I2 currents are different. Capital I1 and capital I2 currents are different. Therefore, EMF E1 and EMF E2 induced in the secondary windings are different, and hence there is a I1 difference I2 current flowing in this pilot wire, that current flows through this relay operating coil and relay will operate. Therefore, here the relay operates based on the EMF difference in the EMF induced in the CT secondaries. That difference in the EMF induced causes a current flow in the pilot wires. That is under normal condition. Normal condition, current flowing through pilot wires is 0, but during internal fault condition there is current flow in the pilot wires. This is due to because of difference in the voltage induced in the secondary windings of CTs. That's why it is called as voltage differential relays. These relays are generally used for the protection of feeders. Voltage differential relays are generally used for the protection of feeders, means where the terminals of the equipment or element to be protected are far away or they have distance of kilometers. In that case, voltage differential relay is used. Whereas where the distance of incoming terminal and outgoing terminal are near to each other or close to each other, then current differential relays are used. That is, for example, for alternator, transformer, motor and bus bar, current differential relays are used, and for the feeder protection, voltage differential relays are preferred.